Would Kurt be attacked? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, there's every chance that he could be attacked. The only thing that I remember saying last week was that there was a few occasions recently where they've brought in, say, DX and John Cena when he came back to celebrate 20 years, and there was nothing that happened. There was no attack or beatdown or anything along those lines. Of course, Bray wasn't around when that happened, though, so can't rule it out. You know, there's every chance that something could go down. So you've got that, and then you've also got Sheamus and Butch. Was meant to be Sheamus and Drew, but Sheamus and Butch are now going to be taking on the Usos. They're defending the championships. They defended them on Monday against Riddle and against Elias. I don't think they're going to lose them. I don't think they're going to lose them because they weren't meant to be defending them against Sheamus and Butch. It was meant to be Sheamus and Drew. I don't know that Sheamus and Drew would have won them, to be honest, but now that Drew is out, I don't know that we're going to put the belts on Sheamus and Butch because we know that wasn't the plan. So I'm leaning towards that not going to be a title change. I'm leaning towards the champs retaining. And I don't know with Kurt Angle. That'll be interesting. So those are the only two things that I think have been announced. I did watch the official preview video. There was nothing else that was mentioned. So that is pretty much everything. Hello. Delta 9 said Theory and Ali proved that they are not the talent they thought they were. Don't know Cena's schedule, but maybe Cena announces he'll be in the Rumble. I doubt it, but it would be cool. Although I would have had him as a surprise, said Jacob. Yeah, Jacob's talking about John Cena returning on December 30th. It's been announced by WWE. And, I think that he could announce for the Rumble. I'm not expecting him to announce for the Rumble. But saying that, we did think that maybe he was going to be at WrestleMania. And now there's rumors that he might not be at WrestleMania either. So, I don't know. Perhaps if you can't do WrestleMania, they'll take him for the Royal Rumble instead. I don't know. At this stage, I'm probably just expecting him to do something on that show, to be honest. There is no day one. So, I think they're trying to make like the end of the year show a bit more special. And so, because there's no day one, because there's no TLC, I think they're just trying to boost up SmackDown. And maybe the Raw. I haven't seen any announcements for Raw. So maybe they're just looking to like boost those a little bit, and it might be nothing more than that. But yeah, he could announce himself for the Rumble. We are seeing people starting to do that right now. Obviously, we saw Kofi Kingston announce himself for the Rumble, I think last week. So people are starting to do that. Hodgepodge says, tonight, hopefully there will be more Royal Rumble entrants announced. I'm going to miss tonight, says Marveland. I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope you enjoy whatever it is you're doing anyway. Hasib said, do you know whether Sasha to New Japan is long-term or is she only going for Wrestle Kingdom? They haven't announced. I mean, we don't even know that she is going to New Japan at this stage. It's just being reported that she is expected to be there, but I haven't seen anything like 100% confirmed that it's definitely happening. So I have no idea. I mean, to be honest, I would expect it to be maybe not a one-off. I mean, I suppose it could be. I suppose it could be a one-off to do her and Kairi Sane. I think if they could get her to come back and do a few dates, she could absolutely do that. Her contract, I believe, is up in January, which is going to allow her to do Wrestle Kingdom. Whether she then re-signs a new contract and comes back, I really don't know. Because I sort of feel like if she turned around to Triple H and said, look, I'll re-sign, but you've got to let me do this New Japan show because I really want to experience that. I mean, really, there's nothing Triple H can do, is there? He can't turn around and say no because, is it that big of a deal, really, for her to go to New Japan and do a one-off show? Like, does this, damage her in any way? No. So why can't Triple H allow her to do that? I think he would. I really don't think that would be, a massive obstacle or hurdle. I don't see that being a problem. the fact that seemingly that conversation hasn't happened makes me think that, well, maybe she's not interested in WWE. I do remember Triple H saying just before Clash at the Castle that she's got some decisions to make. And, you know, he very much hinted that she had offers on the table, basically. I think he was hinting that she was not sure what she wanted to be. Does she want to be a singer? Does she want to be an actor? Does she want to be a wrestler? And I think she's had that time to, like, really think things through. I think going to New Japan is good for her because I think she really enjoys being over in Japan. I think that she's had some great experiences with Sendai Girls. She's trained with Miko Satomura before and just had a great time. I think she just loves Japan as well. So I think that she is just living life, to be honest. I think she's just really enjoying life. There's rumors she's recorded an album. We've seen her going to like stretching classes. She's been to movie premieres. I sort of feel like Sasha at the moment is just living life, just enjoying herself. And, you know, this is something that she wants to do. Now, what happens after that, I really don't know. Because she could, I'm sure, go back and do other New Japan shows. Not weekly, but just a bit like Brock Lesnar. Kind of come in, do big shows, and, you know, not be there week in, week out. So I'm sure that would be open to her. Obviously, you know, it's going to pay whatever it pays, and I doubt it pays as much as WWE. I'm sure AEW is open to her. I know that a return to WWE is open to her. Triple H made that clear. So she could go back to WWE. She could go to AEW. She could do some more dates with New Japan. She could leave wrestling altogether. It could be that this New Japan thing is a way of saying goodbye to wrestling, couldn't it? It could be that she wants to say goodbye and she wants to get a final match out of her system before she goes into acting and singing and doing other ventures. You know, she's still young. She's still got her health. She has done a lot in wrestling. And so, you know, she could be looking at it thinking, like, what else do I want to do? Do I want to be on the road all the time? Or do I want to go into make a name for myself in Hollywood? Do I want to get into TV? Do I want to do an album? You know, she can go off and do stuff with Snoop Dogg. You know, she's got such a big name that if she was to bring out an album with her social media following that she's got on her fan base, well, that album's going to be a success, regardless of whether it's any good or not. Like, her fans are going to buy it. So, I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, the ball's in her court. And last time we heard from Triple H, I don't think he knew either. I don't think he had an answer to that question. So, we'll have to wait and see. Elliot, shout out to you. Elliot says, with Rock Roman looking likely, it's good news, isn't it? Do you think Cody could win the Rumble and say he only wants a WWE title match? The one his dad couldn't win, meaning that's night one and Rock Roman is night two. Well, I mean, it could be, but to be honest, there was rumors, wasn't there, not that long ago, that they were thinking of having The Rock win the Rumble. I mean, I feel like that came through just, last week or something. So, you know, this is how fluid things are. And that is just the other week, Rock was apparently going to win the Rumble. And everyone was asking what to think about that. And now we've got the news that the Roman's going to main event 2 nights, which would suggest that someone else is going to win a Rumble or, you know, maybe Elimination Chamber or something like that. It could be that The Rock still wins the Rumble and he main events one night. And then it could be the Elimination Chamber is made for the other title. Don't forget, the winner of the Rumble can choose what champion to go after. And so we've not actually been in this situation yet. And the question mark was around the Money in the Bank as well, wasn't it? During Money in the Bank, people were like, can he cash in on both or just one belt? Now, that was interesting. That was an interesting question. And I suppose the same could be said with the Royal Rumble. Like, at the moment, can he cash in on both? Or does he cash in on one? Or, I mean, they're sort of unified, but they're not unified because they are 2 separate belts. But, like, does it need to be? If it was one belt, then there's only one thing to go after, isn't there? But there's 2 physical belts. They haven't actually created one unified championship. So, I don't know. I mean, you could have The Rock still win and then go after Roman, obviously, WWE Championship or whatever, Roman. But then maybe does the winner of Elimination Chamber go after a different championship. And then maybe that's how we get our 2 main events. So I don't know that this actually changes things drastically. I feel like it could, because of course you could have Cody win the Rumble and then The Rock wants Roman, and so then that's how you end up with your 2-night thing. I've been very vocal about this, and I really do not have any interest in banging on about this all throughout WrestleMania season. But it will come up every time I'm asked, and I would not go this way. I would not have Roman main event both nights. I think it's a really bad idea. I think it's a really bad idea for a few different reasons. First of all, I think that having Roman main event both nights is overusing him. I think that it's overexposure. I think that a Roman match is special. How special is it when you get it 2 nights in a row? And not only that, it prevents someone else from main eventing. You know, there's other stars that we need to be building. I mean, look at the benefit of having Bianca versus Sasha close one of the nights at WrestleMania 37. Like, that was a massive deal. Huge, right? And you could say that Bianca really benefited from having that. And then, like, you know, Kevin Owens got to main event against Stone Cold. Like, that was just mind-blowing. That was this year. I sort of feel like you're denying some people the opportunity to main event the first night. So not only do I think that it's overexposing Roman, I also think that you're preventing 2 other people rather than 1 other person from actually having that spot, which I just think is a bit moody. I don't think we need to do this, right? Overexposure and denying people. And then add into the mix as well, what if he gets injured? So what if he gets injured on night 1? What are you going to do on night 2? If he gets injured night 1 and picks up like a torn pec, these injuries happen. Let's not pretend like they don't. Like, wrestlers are out injured all the time. Like, injuries happen. And so if he's going hell for leather on night 1, which I would hope he would if he's in a main event match, then, you know, he's going to have to recover and go again on night 2. So what happens if he gets injured? Do we have a replacement? Like, is a replacement going to be as good? Is it going to be as fun? I mean, I just don't know. So it's like, I kind of feel like it's not the way I would go. I think there's a few reasons for it. But as I said, the one thing I don't want to do is keep banging on about it, because no one needs to hear me keep repeating that again and again and again and again and again. So I've said my piece on it. I'm not like completely down on it. It's not like the worst thing that's ever happened to wrestling by any means, right? But it's just not the direction that I would go personally. What it means for Cody, again, could Cody win the Rumble? Sure, I think he should. I didn't think The Rock should win the Rumble. I think Cody should win the Rumble. I think Cody is someone that we really should be getting behind. And obviously, we haven't been able to because he's been injured. But having him come back and win the Rumble makes sense. You know, that in itself is a great achievement. I'm sure many of you can go back through the Rumbles and name who won in such and such year and such year. Because it's an achievement, isn't it? It's something that is... I don't know that you can say it's as big as a championship, but it's still a massive achievement. To be a Royal Rumble winner means something. So, you know, to give that to The Rock in 2023, like, I wouldn't be doing that. I feel like giving it to Cody makes a lot of sense. So, have Cody win. Personally, I would then have him go after a different champion, someone that Roman can drop the WWE title to between then or now and WrestleMania. It's easy enough to sort. You know, I'm sure we could book 50 different ways of doing it, but you could have Cody go after that person and do that match on night 1. And then you could have Roman and Rock on night 2. I mean, Roman Rock really needs to be night 2, I think, because that is a match for the ages. That is a match that is going to be clearly the focus, clearly the focal point. You know, it's sort of like when we did Rock versus Cena. If that was a 2-night WrestleMania, you wouldn't really put that on night 1. You'd put it on night 2. Same with like Andre Hogan. If that was a 2-night WrestleMania, you'd put it on night 2. Right? I don't think that you are going to... I mean, it'd be nice if we have to do this. I can see the vision of having Rock Roman night 1, but then doing Rock Cody night 2 and having the whole thing close with Cody winning the championship. Like, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that. I just don't think they would do that. I think that they would go with Rock and Roman night 2. You build up to your biggest match, and that is clearly the biggest match. It's the biggest match you can make right now. Like, everything should be building to that match. Rock Roman. So I feel like they will use the 2 days to, like, build that up, basically. But, I mean, I saw some tweets, which I completely agreed with. I should have retweeted them. People saying, like, how are they going to build 2 feuds? Like, however much you want to build 2 feuds, one is going to feel inferior. One is not going to feel as big as the other, because how can you build 2 feuds, two big feuds which featuring the same person? So, which I agree with. I see plenty of issues with it. Don't really like it. But that is it. Unless asked, I have no interest in going over that again. Cena could main event night 1, says Paul. James said Drew has apparently got a ruptured eardrum. That's why he's out. James, shout out to you. Interesting. I wonder if that came out of Survivor Series and War Games, or how he did that. I'm not aware if it was out of Survivor Series, but either way, that's interesting. Would you like to see Paul Heyman betray Roman and go with Theory? Feel he's being wasted with the bloodline now, says Eric. I don't know that I would, to be honest. I don't think I would, because we've sort of seen that. I feel like I've seen that story. I've seen the story where he, like, leaves the bloodline, and that's, you know, he went off and joined Brock, didn't he? So I sort of feel like I don't think I'd want to see him now leaving again so soon. Like, he's coming, he's going. I would keep him with the bloodline. I understand what you're saying about him feeling a little bit wasted. I think there's easy ways around that. He used to feel quite relevant when he was having his little backstage interviews with Kayla Braxton. And I sort of miss those. We don't really see those anymore. So, like, him and Kayla Braxton, I always thought that those kind of interviews were really fun. We used to see some really fun moments between him and Sammy backstage, you know, when Sammy was trying to get into the bloodline. I always felt like that Paul Heyman really brought some real good moments in those little segments. I mean, him and Sammy bouncing off each other was great. In the ring, you know, Roman's doing a fair bit of talking now. Obviously, the spotlight is on Sammy and Jay and the Usos and Usi, and it just means it's less time for Paul Heyman at the moment. So I can totally understand why you would look at it and say he's not needed. I can totally see that. I think for me, if we hadn't have done him going with Brock, I personally could get behind, like, him going off and joining someone else. But I think, like, I feel like we've done that. I feel like that story's been told, and I don't quite know how we play this one out now. I don't quite know how we move forward with Heyman and the bloodline and The Rock coming in. I feel like you might want Heyman to be a part of that story, actually, because I think there's a lot of drama on the way. I think there's a lot of things that Heyman can really add to this story by keeping him around. I think if you used to take him out now on the verge of the whole Rock drama, I feel like that'd be a bad move. So I would keep him. I would keep him all the way up for the build for WrestleMania. You know, some of those conversations between Roman and Heyman as they're talking about, you know, who does he think he is coming back? You know, he left WWE. I'm the one that's had to carry the show. That's right, my tribal chief. Like, I reckon he can bring some value to this story. So keep him around, certainly till WrestleMania. And where we go after WrestleMania, I genuinely don't know. Because I don't know quite how The Rock coming back is going to affect the bloodline. There's a few thoughts out there that Solo could be behind some of this, because Solo is very quiet. And so is Solo just sort of biding his time? Is Solo reporting back to the elders? You know, there's been people in the watch-alongs that have put that out there, that Solo could be lying in wait and he could be just reporting stuff back, and he's waiting to, like, basically turn his back on Roman. Maybe even turn on Roman. I really don't know. I don't know if he's reporting back to The Rock or something like this. He might be reporting to nobody, but there's some interesting thoughts about where the bloodline might be heading. And I would keep Paul Heyman around for that. Ian said, what did you think of AEW Sasha Banks rumors? Because I'm thinking it's rubbish, especially with all the rumors about her arriving. I've never bought into Sasha and AEW. I've never thought that she was going there. And if she does go there, I'm quite happy to be proven wrong. I'm quite happy to hold my hands up and say, I never called that. Didn't expect that. Totally got me. I'd be quite happy to do that because I don't think she's going there at all. I think that, Paige has got a partner, and that is obviously getting a lot of people excited because they're looking at Sasha thinking, well, she doesn't like going to back to WWE clearly, otherwise she'd be there. She's unhappy with them. She might still want to wrestle. AEW are the second biggest promotion. She could go and be Paige's partner. They'll pay her money. It's not like Tony Khan doesn't have money. So yeah, I can see the thinking. I can understand. I can join the dots and see where people are coming from. But I think for me, I just look at it and think, why would she want to go to AEW? No disrespect to AEW, but I don't know that Sasha wants to be the biggest star in the world. That's what Sasha wants. She wants all the attention. She wants all the spotlight. She wants as much as possible, right? She is all about herself, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I know it sounds like I'm knocking her and dissing her. I'm not, right? I'm not. I'm just saying that this is how she sees herself. This is who she is. She is, I'm Sasha Banks, basically, right? And so she is, looking at other ventures right now, thinking about, do I make an album? Do I go into acting? She can do what she wants. Why would she go to the second biggest promotion? Even being the biggest woman in that division is still being a big fish in a small pond. I mean, that show does half the ratings of Raw, and Raw is not even WWE's biggest show. Raw does 1.8 and Dynamite does 900,000. Right? So it's half the size of Raw. And I understand that you can look at it and go, yeah, but it's a growing brand. Is it? Because it's been pretty flat for a long, long time right now. And actually, if anything, I think there's a fair few people saying that it's very stagnant at the moment. And I understand people saying, yeah, but if Sasha goes there, it'll go to the moon. Did that happen when CM Punk went there? Because it didn't, did it? It got a nice bump, but then it settled right back down again. And honestly, CM Punk was one of the biggest names that they could have got. And it just didn't move it did. It moved the dial. And yet they achieved some great things with CM Punk. No one's going to say they didn't. But are they now going toe-to-toe with Raw? Or even getting closer to Raw? They're not, are they? They're not. So why would Sasha want to go there when there is no guarantee whatsoever that the ratings are going to move? Even if they do move, and they would when she came in, would they stay there? Because if I'm Sasha Banks, I ain't seeing anything else there that's getting me excited. You've put the belt on MJF. Cool. You've got Jamie Hayter as champ at the moment. Cool. Acclaimed. Yeah. I mean, but the ratings came in the other day at 800,000. So, I mean, look, we're just saying as it is, aren't we? Why would she go there? Why would she want to be a big fish in a small pond when there's so many other options available to her? So much more for her to do. She could go to Hollywood. She could be a leading woman in Hollywood. I'm sure because of her social media presence, who's not going to cast her in a film? I mean, she didn't have much acting experience, and they took a gamble on her for The Mandalorian, and seemingly that's paid off really well. So I've got to think there's other offers. I've got to think there's other things on the table for her. She's a big star. She's got loads of fans. She's got a massive fan base. So I don't know. Why would she care about being the AEW Women's Champion? That belt right now is on Jamie Hayter. And I am not a Jamie Hayter, right? I'm a Jamie lover. I'm a big fan of Jamie Hayter. But we're talking about a belt that right now is on a young girl from Southampton. Right? It's a young girl who there's loads of buzz around her, but right now it's on a kid. It's on a young girl who has, worked her way up, and she's from England, and she's not really that big of a star. Not compared to your Beckys and your Baileys, is she? And your Litas and your Trishas and your Paiges. She's still in the process of making a name for herself. But that's the biggest prize you can win. And right now it's on a young girl from the UK, who you could ask most people in the UK who she is, show a picture, they wouldn't have a flipping clue. So that's the biggest prize you can get if you go there. And what's their biggest gate? What's their biggest shows? I don't know. None of it adds up to me. I don't look at that and think, I just don't see what she'd be interested in. I really don't. I think, right, if you wanted to stay with wrestling, stay with WWE. And I know, again, some of this might sound like it's anti-AEW. It's not, because we watch it on a Wednesday and I point out the stuff I like and we talk about the things I don't like. But this is a conversation of why would Sasha go there? Why would Sasha want to go there? Like, I can understand maybe Daniel Bryan going there because he's all about the wrestling. And maybe he felt that sports entertainment was sort of holding him back. I don't really sense that from Sasha. I think she enjoys wrestling, but I think she likes the sports entertainment side. I don't feel that it's not as if she was in Ring of Honor or anything like this. Like, I don't really feel that she gets frustrated about not being able to do 5-star matches and stuff like this. Like, to Bryan Danielson, I think he loves being a proper technical professional wrestler, and he wants to fight, Zack Sabre Jr. He wants to get in there with Will Ospreay. And I'm sure there's some names that Sasha would like to compete against. I really can't see, I can't see that being something that brings her to AEW. So, as I said, if I'm wrong on it, I'm wrong on it, but that's just how I feel. Wyatt 6 said, if Jamie Hayter is one of the best females in AEW, then there's no hope for that women's division. James said, WWE just tweeted that Gable Steveson is going to be on the show tonight. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Be nice to see Gable Steveson around. Has that come from WWE? Get to know Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson, who you will see tonight on SmackDown. Okay, I'm definitely down for that. Looks like he's been doing some work. We're seeing him putting in the work. He could be an interesting prospect next year. He could have a big year next year. Not main event in WrestleMania big, but do you know what I mean? Like hitting the ground running and getting into some interesting feuds. And yeah, he could be very, very interesting, Gable Steveson. He could be very interesting. I'm excited for that. Bray attacks LA Knight again, says A1. Well, I don't know. I remember last week, and I remember just wanting a little more than what we got last week. I mean, I think it was a couple of weeks ago we got the telephone number, and the telephone number was really interesting. Last week, I don't remember us really getting anything that exciting. I would like something to get my teeth into, yeah. I'd like something to get my teeth into. I feel like we really do need to push things along. Look, if you've been watching the channel, you'll know I'm not someone that's in a rush to get to a match. I really, really do not care about getting to a match. I'm really not bothered about it. I don't care if his first match isn't till the Rumble. I don't care. Like, for me, it's not really about the match. I am more interested in finding out more about these characters. And I think just having a few weeks where he's like, someone's attacking LA Knight and Bray saying it's not him, that's fine. But there has to come a point where we then push the story forwards and we get something a bit more and we get something a little different. And I'd like to see that tonight. I'd like to see something tonight where we've got something a little bit different, something a bit more, something to get our teeth into, like a nice juicy talking point. So I'm sort of hoping for that. What that looks like, I really don't know. But hope we get something. Steve said, I'd like to see Kevin Owens win one belt and Sammy take the other on night 2, then have both of them in the ring together. That would be an awesome, historic visual. Roadman Dutch Joe said, I don't think Solo is working with The Rock. My reason is because if The Rock returns, he will be a face, and Solo injuring Riddle is bad for The Rock's image if he does come back, as he'll be a face. That's a really good point. I mean, I must admit, I think that the comments that I spoke about were before Monday. So that was before, Monday really was very interesting development for Solo. You make an excellent point. That is Solo being a badass and a heel, really. You know, he's attacking people and Riddle as well after a match. So, you know, he wipes out Elias before the match happens. He wipes out Riddle after the match. I think for him to now be reporting back to The Rock would be a contradiction, wouldn't it? You're absolutely right. So, yeah, it's a really good point. I don't think Solo is working with The Rock. Oh, we read that one. I had a little wrestling detox. I only watched 4 shows, said James. James, shout out to you. What are your thoughts on Cena returning? I think it's good. I think it's exciting. I think Cena's a big name. Whenever he comes back, it's good. I don't know that it's anything more than just that December 30th show. I know there's some thoughts that he could announce for the Rumble. And he could. I mean, he could. There's nothing stopping him. But I, at this stage, think it's probably just them trying to make that show a big show because we don't have day one. So we sort of need something to build towards. So my guess is that they're bringing in Cena just to give that a little boost. Days, you need to take a break. If it's not for your fantastic commentary, I wouldn't even care about the tournament, especially the games today. Jeremy, shout out to you. It's been an amazing day. Oh my God, what a day. The World Cup today was just mental. The World Cup today was the best day of the World Cup so far this year. And it was stunning. It was stunning. Shame that Netherlands couldn't get it done on penalties. Heartbreak for them. But yeah, man, I was watching. I had something to eat, and I was watching some of the reaction to Brazil going out. And man, just Brazilian fans in tears, saying that it hurts and all this, saying that, you know, it means more than people understand. And there was one guy who was like, I just feel so sorry for my dad. He's in his 50s, and I just don't know if he's going to see Brazil win the World Cup again. And I must admit, my thought went back to like, well, if he's 50, I'm pretty sure he's seen Brazil win the World Cup enough, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? Like, excuse me if I don't feel too sorry for your dad, who's 50 and will have seen Brazil win the trophy, I don't know, twice, because they won it in, 94? And I think, did they win it in the 2000s as well? So, oh God, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds for him. He won't see it. Well, he won't see them win it for a third time. Heartache. So, yeah, it's, you know, I mean, look, a lot of emotion, a lot of drama. And who knows what happens tomorrow. As you can see at the bottom, England versus France. World Cup watch along. We're doing it tomorrow. We're doing that game tomorrow. Super nervous. Super excited. I just watched Gareth Southgate's press conference. He was saying that we are confident and we are ready, which I loved. I really loved. Like, he was saying we can't be more prepared. We've done everything. Anything that we can cover, we've covered. It's been brilliant preparing for this game. It's been great looking at, like, you know, some real intense tactical stuff. And we are ready. We're confident and we are ready. So can't ask for much more than that, can you, really? Can't ask for much more than that. So what will be, will be. No one knows. The French don't know. The English don't know. No one in the world knows. I mean, no one in the world knew that Croatia were winning today. No one in the world knows what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. Either tomorrow England go through to a semi-final of a World Cup, which I mean, that'll be only the second time in my, well, third time I will have seen it. But I don't really remember 1990, to be honest. But either way, it'll be, you know, the second time I will have seen it, the last time being 2018. But we did lose that semi-final. Hopefully this time we don't. So either England go through to a semi-final or they go home. Simple as that. It's all or nothing. Days, it's now been officially over 2 months since Bray Wyatt returned, not including the few weeks before his debut, said Wrestle with Andy. Wrestle with Andy, shout out to you, birds. Hope you're well. Football madness is my excuse. I want AEW versus WWE Monday Night Wars 2023, says AR1. I definitely do not want that. I understand it might improve like some of the shows, but Oh, God, can you imagine? I mean, the tribalism would get so much worse. It would get so much worse. It would. I mean, you think it's toxic now. Oh, my God. Can you imagine what it would be like if those shows went up against each other? So not only would social media be insufferable, but also, like, trying to watch Raw and Dynamite and two shows at the same time. Like, oh, my God. So, I don't know. I mean, who knows? Who knows if we do get something along those lines? It's been 8 weeks. That means it's just as many weeks as Firefly Funhouse before we got to see Bray and a person, said GS Dub Brendan. I think Bray needs to wrestle, says Jesus. Dag Moi, shout out to you. What is the mask that Bray wore Extreme Raw's called? We don't know, to be honest, Genius. We don't know. We don't really know the name of that mask. It's a lot of the names are a bit, I'm going to say, fluid at the moment. This is a little bit of a frustration, is that we don't really know what to call things. That mask was the one that was like, revel in what you are. That one was referred to as Uncle Howdy, but then Uncle Howdy arrived. So now we don't really know what the other one's referred to. So, it'd be nice to just get a few answers on some of these things, just so we know what to call things, really. So yeah, we don't know. I have no idea because we haven't actually got, we haven't really got much in the way of answers yet. Ryan said it wouldn't be a war. AEW doesn't get 1 million, says Ryan. That's true. The only thing I would say is if they did move to a Monday, you might find that they actually get a boost. The reason for that would be that you would then have this head-to-head and you would have this competition and, they would try and stack their shows and there would be like an attitude. Like the Attitude Era was really born out of that. The Attitude Era was really born out of the fact that both sides took a dislike to each other, obviously, and the shots were being fired and, it was an attitude. They both got an attitude. And so that's where like the Attitude Era was born and things got more serious and you couldn't really afford to mess around because you couldn't really afford to run off viewers. So, everything had to be cool and credible. And this is where, there was a lot of stuff being thrown at the wall and some stuff worked and some stuff didn't. And you've got WCW giving away WWE's results that have been pre-recorded. And do you know what I mean? Like all of this sort of stuff. And so, like, this is where the Attitude Era was born out of. So if you did have AEW go up against WWE, I certainly don't think there'd be another Attitude Era. I don't think there's enough fans of wrestling around to really cause that, but I bet you would find that AEW's ratings would go up as people, maybe get bored of WWE now, would have an alternative to change the channel over to. So, if there's something a bit slow on Raw, maybe they do a match where it's Angelo Dawkins against flipping Drew Gulak for whatever reason. Which, in all fairness, Triple H has been pretty good about not booking those types of matches. But say there was something like that. Alpha Academy versus Elias and Riddle, right? Which it's only going to have limited appeal, right? I'm sorry if you're a big fan, but it's only going to have limited appeal. All of a sudden now you can change the channel, can't you? And all of a sudden now you can flip over and, who's this MJF guy? And so, like, I bet they would see a little boost. I don't know what it would boost to. And I certainly don't think it would get close to Raw's numbers, but I bet it would go up. Wyatt Sixpence said, people are rushing the Bray Wyatt story. They need to remember that Triple H is running things. He's a master of long-term booking. If he was the one who didn't want to rush the Batista betrayal and that ended up being history. Do you know the match card tonight? I'm sure it's going to be on Fightful, but I haven't bothered looking at it. There's 2 things that have been announced. Well, 3 now, thanks to James letting me know about Gable Steveson. So, Kurt Angle birthday celebration, Sheamus and Butch versus the Usos, and Gable Steveson's birthday celebration. Kyle said, I wonder if tonight sets up Kurt managing Gable Steveson. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. We really could get something out of that. I think Gable Steveson, I don't know if Kurt will be his manager, but there's I could see there being a moment where there's like talk between them and a respect between them, and maybe someone could attack Kurt and Gable turns his attention on them. I don't think it would be Bray, because Bray's in a feud with LA Knight, and I don't think Gable Stevenson's going to be going after Bray, but it could be someone else. So that's a good idea, that is. You could maybe use Kurt to boost Gable or set up a feud for Gable, or I don't know that Kurt will come back and be a manager. I don't know if I can see him being on the road all the time, and I don't know if that's something that he wants to do anymore. But, no, it'll be interesting. Let's see. Let's find out. Nave said, did you watch the World Cup? I did. We did both of the watch-alongs, and it was, in the words of Tony the Tiger, really enjoyable. Jesus said, who will be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns? The Rock. I don't think it'll be The Rock. I think The Rock loses at WrestleMania. I don't see why you would bring The Rock in and have The Rock win. He's a busy man. I think he can give you one match. I think that why would you want The Rock to go over? The Rock is as big as he's ever going to be. The Rock doesn't get any bigger with a win over Roman Reigns. So does Roman get bigger with a win over The Rock? I don't know. It's debatable. It's debatable. I don't know that Roman honestly could be as big as he's ever going to get as well. But I feel like if he got a win over The Rock, I mean, what you are really saying then is this is the guy. You love The Rock. Well, this guy is better. He's better. Of course, he's a lot younger as well, and The Rock will always have that. And I'm sure The Rock wouldn't have any problems putting over Roman. But I would imagine, I would expect Roman to beat The Rock. And, well, I mean, look, I expect Cody to get a title. So how we're going to get there, I don't know. But I expect Cody to get a title. I think they should have Roman Rock Night 1, Cody Rock Night 2. Roman loses to Cody, and it makes more sense. Roman Reigns is fighting both nights. I'm calling it now, says MJF. What, now that it's being reported everywhere? Now, I'm calling it right now. Now that it's absolutely everywhere on the internet that he's fighting both nights, I'm calling it. I think you could be onto something, you know. You could be onto something. Cavlog said, when does Gable Steveson debut? When does Gable Steveson debut? I don't know. I mean, he's going to be on the show tonight, so you'll have to ask him. There's a lot of questions that people have where there are no answers. We don't have these answers. These answers are not out there. So, like, when does Gable Steveson debut? Up until about 10 minutes ago, I didn't even know he was on the show tonight. So, you know, he's going to be on the show. Maybe his first appearance could be at the Rumble. Maybe he'll come in and announce himself for the Royal Rumble, which I must admit I did expect him to be a part of. I've always thought, well, actually, I always thought that they would do something with him this year. But apparently he's been dealing with some injuries and things. And so now, like, you know, with the Rumble round the corner, I always thought that would probably be the next likely place for him. Tonight, Shotzi versus Shayna, says Hodgepodge Fun. I am going to a holiday house, says Michael. Have fun, Michael. Hodgepodge said, do you think the Women's Royal Rumble winner is Rhea Ripley? I think that we are going to get Bianca Rhea, and I think we're going to get Ronda Becky. So how you get those two matches, I don't know. So do you have Rhea win the Rumble to face Bianca? Or do you have Becky win the Rumble so that she can go on to face Ronda? Because I think those are the two matches that we're getting. So for me, it's probably one of those two. Because Bianca and Ronda are both the champs right now, and I don't know that they're going to drop the titles between now and WrestleMania. So my guess is Becky or Rhea. I would prefer Rhea to win, says Moldy. Maggie said, I just heard on BC podcast that WWE are planning for Charlotte to return and win the Rumble. Charlotte, actually, that's an interesting thought because Charlotte is another option. Charlotte, you know, is the final woman that has not won So Charlotte is the final horsewoman that Bianca has not won against. She's beaten Becky, she's beaten Bayley, she's beaten Sasha, but she hasn't beaten Charlotte. So Charlotte versus Bianca is also an option, in all fairness. But I don't know which way they're going. I don't know if they're going to do that or if they're going to do the Rhea match, because I know Rhea is on the table as well at the moment. So they could go either way with that. So if there's word doing the rounds that it could be Charlotte that wins, then well, there we go. There's your answer. Just because I am going to Vincent and Dutch at NXT doesn't mean they're not with Bray. They could be. I don't know that they're catching the NXT vibe that night, says Wyatt 6. How about Sasha go to New Japan Pro Wrestling? How sad, says Mark. Oh, I think it's a good move. I think New Japan's quite credible. I think they're building a new division. I think, they've been around for so long, and as I said, they're a credible promotion. They're a promotion that's steeped in history, and they're a promotion that I believe are trying to establish a women's division. And so she could go over and be, big name, big star power, and not only that, but grow her brand in Japan. I don't know quite how big she is in Japan. I'm guessing she is big because they do have WWE over there. But, that's going to be great for brand Sasha to go over there and, expose herself to the Japanese audience, really learn some more about wrestling and really get stuck in with the Sendai girls and Stardom. And that could be really interesting. And, she's already great friends with Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane's over there, so it's not like she doesn't know anyone. And I think she probably knows people from when she went over to train with Miko. Miko's probably over there as well. I mean, we don't see Miko in NXT, so I've got to think she's not around in Florida. Got to think she's back over in Japan. So there's plenty of people that she knows. It's going to be great for her brand. There's a lot of positives. There's so much going on about Roman at Mania. Is he going to face The Rock? We believe so. Is he going to face Cody? I would guess so. I mean, those are the two guesses. One night Cody, one night The Rock. Is the Sammy thing coming full circle before Mania? Yeah, we think so. So, I mean, rumors are they're thinking of doing Roman Sammy at Elimination Chamber and then doing Kevin and Sammy for the tag titles at WrestleMania. So that would be what Sammy would be up to. And then that leaves Roman free for Cody and The Rock. Does Baron come out to rub it in the face that he retired Kurt? Maybe. I mean, he could. Is he on this show anymore? He's not, is he? Is over on Raw now, isn't he, with JBL? So I'm going to say no. Jono said, I have heard from Ric Flair that Banks won't go to AEW because of booking and management, says Jono. All the cameras in the back. Why don't LA Knight ask who attacked him, says Wyatt 6. Good question. Women's division in Japan, if Sasha is there, will be hyped, says Mark. Just came in. All I heard was Sasha exposing herself in Japan. We've got the pictures. And I immediately went to Google thinking you meant something different, says John. Oh, no, I meant exactly what you thought. It's just you won't. You have to go to the dark web. Got to go to the dark web for those. Those kind of images don't go up for just anybody. So I hope you are ready to live and die by the swords. Show no effing fear. Take the game to them, said James. In the words of Corporal Jones, they don't like it up 'em. They don't like it. The one thing about the French, they don't like it up 'em. So you're absolutely right, James. What a stirring speech. You should go and give that to the lads before they go out over in Qatar. Yeah, I feel really good about it. I still feel good about it. I felt good about it earlier. I feel really good about it now. The nerves are going to creep in. I can already sense them in the distance. When the national anthems are being sung and the game's about to be kicked off and all of that, that's when it'll probably hit. But right now, I mean, what more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? I mean, we've got the experience. We've got the heartache of, getting far in tournaments and just falling short. It feels like this is the next natural step for this team. It feels like beating a team the size of France. It feels like that's the only thing really that we're missing is a win like that to point at and go, look, we did it. I mean, we won a penalty shootout against Colombia, and that meant that we could go, look, we can do this. And that was big. That was a big kind of mental obstacle that we overcame. And then, of course, getting to a semi-final of a World Cup in 2018. That's the first time we'd done that in 28 years. So again, it's like we were in extra time of that semi-final, and we just couldn't get the job done against Croatia. And so Croatia went there instead of us to the final. But to be honest, even if we'd got to the final, I don't think we would have beaten that French team at all. I don't think we would beaten France back in 2018. And who knows if we do it now, but we have got a much better chance of doing it now. Much better chance. And we've got, Bellingham that's come through. We've got strength in depth. We're pretty covered in all areas. We don't have any major injury problems. France do. They don't have Benzema. They don't have Pogba. They don't have Conte. They don't have Hernandez. They've got issues. It's not 100%. It's not full. It's not full fire France. It's not France full power. But it's still a France that's good enough. It's still a France that are going into that game as favourites. Only just though. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I just keep reminding myself, just thinking that there's nothing more we can do. I mean, there's nothing more we can do. It's not like I can sit here and go, oh, why did David Beckham have to get injured? Why, if only David Beckham wasn't injured, if only Wayne Rooney wasn't injured. We don't have that. All the players that you would want are there. I mean, maybe Reece James, but I think you would still go with Walker. Maybe Chilwell. Maybe, but that ain't going to be what wins the game. So, no, that's fun. There's nothing there that you can say. There's, Southgate's been in the job for 6 years. I mean, God, what more can you want? What more can you want? If it's not to be, it's not to be. And honestly, I think if we go out, I feel right now like I'm going to take it probably the best I've ever taken it. I've seen England go out so many times, and some have really hurt. Some have nearly broke me, seeing England go out. I seem to remember Euro 2000 being especially painful, Seem to remember Euro 2000 really hurting. But, yeah, this one I think I'm going to be all right because there's nothing more we can do. There's nothing more we can do. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. Delwyn says, evening. WrestleMania 39 could be the greatest WrestleMania ever under Triple H. I think you're right, I think you're right. Right now, I'm prepared to say that next year's WrestleMania is going to be the best ever Triple H WrestleMania. You've called it, mate. You've nailed that. You have absolutely nailed that. I can't wait. Also, Royal Rumble as well. Delwyn, shout out to you, buddy. Hope you are well. Obviously, there's lots of talk, lots of rumors, lots of excitement, lots of theories. Theories are kind of running wild at the moment. It's kind of a lot of wrestling news doing the rounds. It's kind of, I feel like this has been this has got to be one of the busiest years for wrestling news ever. I mean, honestly, we thought Cody coming to WWE was massive. Little did we know. But, yeah, now I feel like the year is still ending with all of this noise. And it's good. It's great. It's great that there's speculation and talk. I do admit, I wish some of the things weren't coming out. I definitely don't want to know who's going to win the Rumble. I definitely don't want to know that. And I feel like maybe some of the bits of news that's coming out might be starting to ruin that. But, it was only the other week they said it was going to be The Rock. And now all of a sudden that seems to be in doubt a little bit. So, yeah, I'm still nowhere near 100% who's winning that. I feel like right now it's between Cody or The Rock. That's what I think. It's between Cody or The Rock. Those are the two names that I'm leaning towards for the Rumble winner. But I don't know which way they're going at the moment. And who knows? Could be a curveball in there. But it feels like Cody or The Rock. There's a big Fightful update that posted. What is it? Is it worth my time? Is it worth my time? That's the question. Is it on Fightful? Smackdown plans. No, I'm not interested in Smackdown plans. There's what's this thing? Discussion regarding new talent coming to WWE. There's been discussion about bringing Gable Steveson in after he was drafted to the Raw brand. He was drafted to the Raw brand over a year ago. Wasn't the last draft like a year ago? We haven't had a draft this year. I'm sure it was at the end of 2021. So he was drafted to Raw a year ago. It's been a great year. It's been a great year for Gable Steveson. Steveson signed a next-in-line deal with WWE in September of 2021 and was drafted in October of 2021. He made an appearance at WrestleMania, delivering a suplex to Chad Gable. In October, it was revealed that Steveson was treated for Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. The process spanned over multiple months in the summer, which delayed Steveson's training. Steveson's brother, Damon Kemp, has been wrestling in NXT. And then it says, edit, just as we posted this, he has now been announced for SmackDown. I actually don't know what is Wolff-Parkinson syndrome. I actually don't know what that is. Wolff-Parkinson syndrome is a relatively common heart condition that causes the heart to beat abnormally fast for periods of time. The cause is an extra electrical connection in the heart. This problem with the heart is present at birth, although symptoms might not develop until later in life. Is it serious? WP. It's called WP. Probably shouldn't be chanting for a disease, but even so. Wolff-Parkinson-White, or WP, as it's known, is not a dangerous disease. You can manage or correct the condition with treatment. The biggest risk is for sudden death. What? The biggest risk is for sudden death from a heart attack. I mean, I feel like that's quite a big risk. It's not serious. Honestly, the worst that could happen is death. Sudden death as well. That's the worst thing that can happen. Just sudden death from a heart attack. Oh, imagine if you went to the doctors. I mean, I do regret pressing the kids cheering now. But imagine if you went to the doctors and the doctor was like, oh, there's nothing to worry about. It's not that serious. It's not dangerous. There is one thing that might happen, and that is sudden death. Other than that, though, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I should have mentioned it. I don't even know if it was worth mentioning. Jeez. Well, hopefully he's managed to get that sorted. I mean, I definitely don't want sudden death. I'm sure he has. I'm sure he wouldn't get cleared if the condition was still there, you know? Right, here we go then. Here we go. WWE Smackdown. Will history be made tonight? No. Right, what we got? What we got? It's beginning. It's time. Let's go. Josh says that is just not Usi. It's not Usi. It's not Usi. Dub P-Dub is not Usi. Right, here is the Brawling Brute. Brawling Brute. Night. Brawling Brutes, banger after banger after banger. Here's Ridge, here's Butch, here's Sheamus. Brawling Brutes. Bye-bye, Brazil, said Justin. Na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. Yeah, that was great. And also, I would have liked to have seen Argentina go out, but you know, can't have everything, can you? I'll see them go out next time to Croatia. That's what I'm hoping for. Na 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 na, Na 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 na. We got Gunther and Ricochet Intercontinental Championship signing. The Brawling Brutes. Banger after banger. Right, here are the Usos. So maybe we're going to go to... maybe we're going to go to a match straight away. Down since day one-ish. Line them all up, knock them down like this. Gable Steveson is being trained by Mr. Kennedy. Gable. Argentina beat Netherlands on penalty kicks. Oh, no. Usos versus Sheamus and Butch. Will Solo smile? No, but Sammy is making me smile. Sammy is gyrating away during this entrance. That's right. Sammy having a word with both the Uses. They're throwing up the wands. They're throwing up the wands. You the twos. You the flipping twos. They're showing what happened on Raw. What is Sammy doing, man? What is he doing? Sammy, he's just living his best life. He's just living his best life. Usos with Solo and Sammy. Sonny said, Days, is Argenlaw going against Portlaw or Crowelaw? Crowelaw. I'm confused. Someone said Portlaw, another said Crowelaw. Yeah, so it's Crowelaw. It's Argenlaw versus Crowelaw. And then tomorrow is Inglaw versus Franslaw. Winner of that will play the winner of Portulaw or Marala. Marala. Right, it is match straight away. Riddle was destroyed on this Monday. I know. Riddle was destroyed so bad, I think he was Brazilian. Riddle is out for 6 weeks. Is he actually out for 6 weeks? Because again, I'm going to regret saying that. Man, some of these jokes. I mean, I'm saying stuff and then instantly regretting them. Hopefully, he's not out actually for 6 weeks. And it's all just a big lol. The ring announcer tries too hard, said Lone Star Friend. Do you think Alexa and Bailey will brawl tonight? Alexa and Bailey. Are they on the show? Is Alexa on the show? Is Alexa on the show? Is Bailey on the show? I haven't seen either of those. They're both on Raw, aren't they? So I haven't seen them announced, to be honest. I miss Lillian Garcia, says Dark Angel. They just don't have plans for Riddle. That's why he's out. Okay. If it's just, well, there we go. If he just doesn't have plans for him, then that's fine. Having a little break. Vin said, how come every damn show has to start with the bloodline? This predictability is beyond ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hello, Edward. Hope you are well. Solo destroyed Riddle with a Umaga tribute, says MJF. Sasha La says, Bobby. Damage Control can be on both shows since they are the tag champs, said Smurf Tunes. That's a good point. Undercover Manager said, did you know that the actor who played Luca Brasi in Godfather was a wrestler before taking up acting? He was an AWA tag champ. I didn't know that, no. That's really interesting. Undercover Manager, shout out to you. Eric said, this feud is no longer Usi. Riddle has just been written off TV for a while. Has the member stream stopped due to the World Cup? Oh, God, they just stopped for so many different reasons. I mean, I just don't feel like I really get a chance to get to them. But, I will do one before the end of the year. I will do one before the end of the year. So that's something to look forward to. But let's definitely get the World Cup out the way first. Well, maybe. I don't actually know what's happening on Thursday. But probably let's get the World Cup out the way first. Days by me, it's now -2. What temperature? Okay. I thought you were scoring the show early. I was going to say, it's not that bad of a start, is it, James? Come on, James. Why you got to be a wrestler hater, eh? Always having a go at wrestling. Oh, I hate professional wrestling. I don't know why you lot watch wrestling. It sucks. Only losers watch wrestling. It's like, let it go, James. Jeez. There's no need to score the show a -2. We're only 7 minutes in. Do you think Bray will be in the Rumble? I think there's a good chance of that. He's either in the Rumble or they'll give him a match on the undercards. James is a -2. Shaquem gives it a 2. Leaping Lucha Larry said, got him. Nah, James knows I'm only joking. I mean, like, if you know anything about James, all he does is watch flipping wrestling all day long. I bet you he's watching it right now. That's how confident I am that he's watching wrestling. I bet he's watching it right now. Brazil's record in the last 7 times they played against European teams is 7 straight losses. Irish Rebel said, Zoom, hello, my great friends. Irish Rebel talking to some online software there. Tony said, England 12, France 2. If that happens, I promise you, Tony, I will tell everyone that you called it, you predicted it. I will say, Tony predicted this. I will do a separate video and put it on the channel just saying, just so everyone knows. Tony definitely predicted this in the watch-along. So it's actually not that great of a surprise. So there we go. I've put all my money on Canada, said Whisperance. Harif said it's not funny. Let me just check. Brazil. Let me just check the button here. Brazil losing 7 times in a row to European competition. Turns out it is. Nah. Hey. I mean, this could really bite me tomorrow, in all fairness, so I might shut up. Sunny said it's -5 Celsius. Troy said, my friend is at this show. Can you say shout out to Tyler? Yeah, shout out to Tyler. Not that he'll be watching this because he's going to be watching the show, isn't he? But Tyler, shout out to you. I hope you are enjoying SmackDown. Right now, I've got an advert, so I don't even know what's happening. I can't see what Tyler can see. But I hope he's having a lovely time. Edward said, can you do us a favor and have a Christmas-themed background for UFC or the rest of December? Don't know what that would look like, to be honest. Christmas. What comes up when you search Christmas? Christmas. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'll steal that. I'm quite happy to steal that. Bangarang. I did just see a super chat. I'll get to it in a sec. Yes, Queen. Hang on, I gotta just make it bigger. It's what the hell's the spooky doll behind me, man? What the flip's that? The flip is that? If that spooky doll behind me starts getting a bit closer, then you know that inside is Austin 316, and he's just put a spooky doll body over himself. Don't think he won't. Don't think he won't go to those lengths. Also, I probably don't need the clouds now, do I? Why have we got indoor clouds? Gone. Right. Seba, shout out to you, buds. Seba says, do you think will be CM Punk a mega fight pay-per-view? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's all. I think that's all super serious. I don't think it was a work or build into anything. So no, I'm not leaning that way. I mean, maybe we will, maybe they will. I just don't think they will. Right, we're going back to the action. Hodgepodge Fan said, can you please tell me your NXT deadline predictions? Yeah, I think Tommaso Ciampa's going to win. American Alpha. Asuka. Actually, don't know the card. I can't watch it, so I didn't really pay much attention to the card. I can have a look whilst we're still underway. The Usos in control. Usos pounding away on Butchy Butch. Alba Fire versus Isla Dawn. Probably Isla Dawn, because I know Alba Fire needs revenge, but she doesn't need it straight away. So I'll probably go Isla Dawn. Then Pretty Deadly versus New Day. I'll go Pretty Deadly. I think, again, they need the win. New Day don't need to be NXT Tag Champs. Bron Breakker versus Apollo. I'll go... I don't know, that'd be interesting, actually. He could lose it to Apollo, but I'm going to say that Bron Breakker retains. I'm going to go with Bronathan Breakker. Zoe Stark, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, Indy Hartwell. I'm going to go Indy Hartwell. Carmelo Hayes, JD Manamana, Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy, Axiom. I'm going to go... Ooh, tough because it could either be Carmelo or it could be Grayson Waller. So one of those two, Carmelo or Grayson Waller. I'll go Carmelo. Could you imagine that, Carmelo versus Bron Breakker? Imagine how great that match would be. Carmelo versus Bron Breakker. So I'll go with that. Happy now, eh? Nice suplex there by Butch. Old Butchy Butch. If Wyatt doesn't wrestle before the end of 2022, it'll be the first calendar year that he's not wrestled in 11 years. Tag, in comes Sheamus. Sheamus is in. Down goes Jimmy. Back in the corner. Clothesline. Jay goes down. Sheamus trying to go back over to Jimmy. Don't think we're going to have long here. Boom! Slams him down. Lorelai sent a message above. Oh. I mean, normally I would ignore those things. And subconsciously I did. So, Lorelai, if you are watching, I just completely blanked that. Not a single part of me noticed. Not a single part. So you can thank Sunny for that. I think I just sensed that it was something worth ignoring. I think that's what it was. Daisy's arch nemesis. Very good. Very good. I'll give you a round of applause for that. Where's the applause? I gave you shade. You gave me shade. Brilliant. Lorelai is here and stole Mum's account. See, I knew you as a little demon. I knew you as a troublemaker. Shout out to you, Lorelai. Don't do anything on Mum's account that you shouldn't. Like being on this stream without supervision. But I hope you are well, buds. I hope you have a great Christmas. I don't really mean it, but part of me wants you to have a nice Christmas. A little bit. Tiny bit. Shite in the corner. Sunny says, Lorelai, I love you. Yeah, I suppose she's welcome around here. Sometimes. Butch has come to fight. Butch has come to fight. White noise. Sammy is concerned. 1, 2. Oh, shoulder up. Shoulder up. The tag titles are on the line. We go into another commercial break. God, good job. I love commercials. I love commercials just as much as I love wrestling. And that's what makes these like streams so enjoyable. Daisy's arch nemesis says, I love you too, Sonny. Oh, Jesus, what's going on? Too much niceness around. This is a good match, said Dark Angel. Are you ready for Alexa Bliss versus Bayley? I think Bray will get involved to help Alexa win. Is this on tonight's show? Like, what's all this? Is this Monday? This is Monday, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is Monday. I don't think this is tonight. So I don't know that Bray is gonna. I don't know that Bray's gonna be there. I actually don't think Bray gets involved. I think that Damage Control. No, Becky gets involved. Damage Control hurt Becky and took her out of this little mini tournament. So Becky now is going to want revenge. So I don't think Bray gets involved. I think Becky gets involved. King Chris, shout out to you, my friend. Really appreciate the support. Hang on, there we go. Shout out to you, King Chris. King Chris said, Merry Christmas to you, Days. A couple of weeks early. And the entire chat. I hope everyone is well and enjoys Smackdown tonight. That's nice. That is nice. Woo! King Chris, shout out to you, but I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I hope you have a great Christmas as well. I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot probably over the next few weeks. As people jump in and like, oh, I'm not going to be around, but have a great Christmas. It's going to be a lot of that in there. I should record it, actually. That way I don't have to keep saying it. Not that I'm lazy, but I am pretty lazy. Can I find a way of just doing that now? Setting that up. Soundboard, play audio. Where's record? Game capture. You've inspired me, King Chris. You've inspired my laziness. OBS, voice mod, random. Oh, where the flips the record stuff? I used to have this, and now it's gone. Streamlabs scene. Blah, blah, blah. I understand this is boring. This is important. Yeah, it's going to save me a lot of time. It's going to save me a lot of time and effort. Random voice, soundboard, mute. No, I don't have it. Is there a way I can go onto YouTube and download it or something? Merry Christmas sound effect.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Lovely. Lovely. That'll do me. Check me out, I'm lazy. I can wish people Merry Christmas without using too much energy. Kids, if you're watching, work smart. Yes, work smart, not hard. Learn from Daddy Days. Learn from Daddy Days. Right, we're on the outsides. Suicide dive by Jey Uso. Yes. Merry Xmas. Boom. Lovely.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Lazy Days. Lazy Days. Have you ever heard the original Miz and Morrison rap? I don't think so. 2. Shoulder up. Days is a lazy YouTuber. This is true. This is true. I put up all these streams I do. They're just me trying to hide my laziness. Into look at that big DDT there by Butch. Lots of wrestling, isn't there? 20 minutes so far. And all we've had is this this tag title match. Butch stomping onto the hands of Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso stumbles back. Butch coming over to the outside. Big shot. Tag. Usos working together. Double strike. They're going up top. Sheamus grabbing the leg, though, of that Jimmy? Jay? I think it's Jay. Goes into the barricades. Butch goes over the top looking for a power bomb. He's trying to power bomb him here. And, oh, sit down power bomb. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. Those raps were usually beep. Say hello to Annabelle the Dino, man. It's spooky, isn't it? Spooky. I do like this background, though. It's pretty sharp backgrounds. Be nice if, like, the lights were twinkling or something. Scary looking house, though, innit? This proper looks haunted. Also, I don't like pictures on the wall that lean forward like that. You see how that's, like, not flush against the wall, and that one as well. I feel like that's so easy to fix. 1, 2, Sheamus with the cover. And make the save. Both of the Usos are down. Sheamus is down. Days, what's your NXT Mount Rushmore? Mine is Tommaso Ciampa, Kevin Owens, Sammy, Bayley, Asuka, and Rhea. You do know how many people are on Mount Rushmore, don't you? Do you know how many people are on Mount Rushmore? Do you? That Christmas looks like it belongs to Marilyn Manson, says Unbroken. Come on, Usos, says Maggie. Days, I am coming for you, says Days' arch nemesis. I have not doubted that for 1 second of my life. I am fully aware that you are a little serial killer in training. I've already accepted that I know how my life will come to an end. There'll be a knock at the door, and you'll be there. Kick out by the Usos by Sheamus. I don't know what it is about this match, you know. I know we're chatting about lots of other things, but like, I think I just don't believe the tag titles are in peril. So it's just sort of making me get like sucked into it. Solo destroying Ridge. Ridge getting planted over into the Timekeeper's area. Sheamus is in one corner. Butch is shouting at Sheamus to brogue the life. Oh, out of, I think that's Jimmy. Super kick. Goes over. Top rope enziguri by Butch. Step up enziguri by Butch. Big forearm strike. I think he's got Jimmy. He's going to look to... Oh, there we go. Usos planting Butch down. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus grabbing the leg of Sammy grabbing the leg of Sheamus. And the Usos win. Usos are victorious. Sheamus prevented by getting in the ring by Sammy Uso. God damn these triplets. God damn these triplets. These Uso triplets. Sammy celebrating with Solo. Getting it done, man. Getting it done. That is what the bloodline is all about. Getting it done. Right, match 1 is done. Match 1 is down. There is Kurt. And he's walking next to Gable Steveson. Kurt and Gable Steveson. There is Braun. Don't take too long down there. We could use you on SmackDown, says Braun. Confidence. I love it. Kurt and Gable. It's nice. I like seeing them two together. Kurt and Gable. Right, Kurt Angle, birthday celebration. LA Knight is coming out. Oh, let me talk to you. This could be good. This could be good. Oh, yeah. LA Knight demands justice. LA Knight demands justice. Let's go. Gable looks good. Let me talk to you. When was the last time? Oh, we just got a little Bray logo as we went to commercial break. Little Bray logo. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. That's Bora. Let me talk to you. Bray, Bray, ooh, Bray. Not the logo. The logo. The logo. The logo was there. Saw it with my own two eyes, man. LA Night. LA Night. And it was the logo and it was the eye. LA Night. LA Night. You know what was interesting about the logo? There was the logo with the green circle and the logo with the red circle. There was both the logos. I do like the idea that those two logos represent two different people. I do like that idea. The only reason that I wasn't sure on that idea was because they mess around with the images a lot. So it wouldn't surprise me if they changed the color of it. You know, like you see a lot of static and you see a lot of like wavy lines and, you know, lots of different things that they do to mess around with images. And on that one, I always thought like maybe they've just changed the hue. H-U-E, the hue. I sometimes play around with the hue of things and it just changes the color. So if you've got something that's red, you can change the hue and it'll be blue. Mind blown, I know. So I thought it was something like that, but not really a reason for it to be there then. It was so quick. There wasn't really a reason for them to have both the logos, so it's interesting. It's interesting. Bray's Christmas circles. Bray's Christmas baubles, that'd be better. It could be his new talk show. Welcome to Bray Wyatt's Christmas baubles. Ooh. So there might be a chance of me maybe getting my own apartment soon, said Sonny. The workers I have are putting me in a program that could help me out. That's really good. That's really good. That is great news. That's something to cling a hold of, Sonny. So shout out to you, buds. He said Blitz. Anyone else thinking Alexa could attack LA for Bray? You see, I don't know. I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on it just because I feel like we're watching her turn rather than it's happened. And, you know, we haven't seen it. I feel like we've been watching it happen. I do think that it could be someone other than Bray. I do agree with that. That's good. Congrats, Sonny. Days, TikTok. Are you just telling me to put more stuff on TikTok? Is that what that is? Because I probably should, in all fairness. I probably should. Is your next message going to be Days, Instagram? Days, it's for... Sorry, it's for... I was only joking, Edward. I was only joking. You know me. I live for the bants. My four would be Ciampa, Kevin Owens, Sammy, and Asuka. John Cena! Cena's coming. Ba, 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 ba. John Cena is back. Edward, look at this. Look at what's happening. It's your favorite. It's your idol. John Cena. LA Knight. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. LA Knight wants justice. You are. Booze for LA Knight. What is this LA Knight's for? Well, I suppose he did slap Bray twice. Booze for LA Knight. I don't recall asking you. Let me talk to you. Booze for LA. Bray Wyatt. Little cheer. Figures you puppets would do that. He calls the audience puppets. I've struck a nerve in you. Yeah, it was this one right here. You slapped him twice. Week after week. I get blindsided. And you say I didn't do it. If I did do it, there'd be none of them left. I'm calling you bluff. Oh, footage. Do you know how I know it was you? Footage. They're taking off the stuff from LA Knight. This isn't a snuff film. Yeah. What happened just before it? Oh, yeah, we've seen this. This is just a recap. We've seen The Mask. Yeah. The world saw that. This isn't a reveal. Is that one of Bray's toys? Jesus Christ. We're just pointing out all the obvious things that we've seen. Why is he saying Bray's toys? Right, the picture is being interrupted. Uncle Howdy. What are you waiting for? Do it. He deserves to be punished. Do it now. He deserves to suffer. The door is closing. The door is closing. The door is closing. I'll come back and find you right now. LA Knight is going backstage. So Uncle Howdy interrupted and said, he deserves to be punished. Do it now. The door is closing. The door is closing. Why is the door closing? It's probably chilly. It's quite cold at the moment. It's quite cold, isn't it? The door is closing. I am going to share a thought on Twitter. I feel like I need a little jingle. Daisy's Twitter thought. Right. Daisy's Twitter thought. The door is closing. Whatever that emoji is. Is this the door to the good side of Bray? Is the clock ticking down until we lose him for good. Shayna and Ronda have been like naughty people and they've attacked someone. The door is closing. Is this the door to the good side of Bray? Is the clock ticking down until we lose that side of him for good? Here's his Twitter thoughts. Here is Tegan. Tegan and Liv. If you mess with the ball, you get the horns. Mess with the ball, you get the horns. Tinder. Right, tag team match coming up next. Tag team match. The door is closing. Could it be something to do with Vincent and Dutch being in NXT, said Evil Angel. Maybe allies are coming for Bray, or perhaps they're coming to deal with him for Uncle Howdy instead. Whisperance says, who is possibly cheering for Liv and Knox? I don't know. Boring, says Bobby. Ready for Viking Raiders. Door of Perception closed a long time ago, says Unbroken. Legado. Legado coming down. Legado. Legado versus the Viking Raiders. So they beat up Shotzi. So, Ronda and Shayna attack Shotzi, Liv and Tegan. Call them out. Santa gets it. Or something. Give me what I want. Viking Raiders should win the way they returned. Kyle said, hi, Days and chat. How y'all going? I'm good, thanks. Hope you're well, Kyle. Hope you're well. JM Beer said, my fellow Welsh Tegan. Do you think Ronda should be fired? No. No. Canadian Kid said, who was the guy in the promo with the mustache? Was it Dexter? I don't know. Is there pictures doing the rounds? Because those quick images are not ones that are easy to look at live. I did see some very interesting imagery, but to be honest, I was going to have a look at that after. I'm sure they're doing the rounds. Howdy. Uncle Howdy. You type in the word howdy into Twitter, it just comes back with Phil. I'll be doing that again. Bray Wyatt. Few images. No, they're old. It doesn't really look like some of the images have gone up yet. I think most of them were just of LA Knight, to be honest, and some of them were of like Bray's past. But there was definitely some shots in there that I hadn't seen before. If there's anything of note, it'll be all over social media. Nothing jumped out at me, but there was some shots that I hadn't seen before. I could be seeing things, but I think it might have been Dexter. Dustin said, door closing could mean that the opportunity to take Bray out is going away. Yeah, but why? Why? The door is closing. I mean, it does suggest that there's a time frame. There's time's running out. The door is closing. But why? Why would the door be closing? Why is it a case of you've got to do it now? Don't know. Maybe Bray's going away again. Do you think we'll ever see Bray fight soon? I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. I don't know when they're going to do it. It doesn't bother me. As long as the story is moving along, as long as we're getting some development, I'm not worried about it. I understand this is a wrestling company, but I think, like, you know, tell the stories that you need to tell. Like, establish the characters that you need to establish. Like, do the background work that you want to do, basically. And then once he's up and running, having matches, I'm sure he'll have them on a fairly regular basis. Right, we are going... Is that the UFC or is that... What's that? No. Looks like they went to the wrong graphic. Boom. Looked a little bit like a UFC graphic that just showed momentarily. Smackdown. We're just getting a shot of the crowd. I don't know if you're seeing something other than me, but I'm just seeing a shot of the crowd whilst Michael Cole's talking over the top. There's no graphic. Roman. 831 days. He returns next week. 800. We are so close to 1,000 days. You can't take it off him now. We're only less than 170 days away. Here's Legado del Fantasma. There's Zelina. So, shot of crowd. I think there was something to do with, like, college football. It's annoying, isn't it? Here are the Viking Raiders. Gonna raid all the Vikings. Eric, Ivar, and Boobs. Valhalla is... I didn't know they had that voiceover actually on the thing. Valhalla is here. Eric Ivar. Viking Raiders then. Eric and Ivar. Do you think Liv Morgan goes up to Sarah Logan backstage going, "Are you all right? What are you doing? Is everything okay? Is everything all right?" Sarah Logan is going to take out Zelina. Pillaging and plundering. Last month they returned. Days, can you look at a tweet I tweeted you? It's about an Uncle Howdy picture. I can't say it on here. Better be good. Better be good, because I'm lazy and I don't like going to things that I don't have to. Is this who Uncle Howdy is based on? That's Barry Windham. And there was some thoughts on it being based on him, but there's no confirmation. Just a theory, but what if Bray is trying to escape his evil and him being so emotional in the promos is a cry for help before he turns full demonic and evil? Hodgepodge said, "Hello, this is Hodgepodge. I think Bray is getting ready for Plan B." Wyatt 6. Kaylin said, "I think so. LA Knight keeps provoking Bray too much." Some interesting thoughts here, you know. I might be being silly, but who is this? Who is that? Ronnie, shout out to you. Who is that? Is that Who is that? Is that LA Knight? Who is that? Who's that? Is that LA Knight? Is that an old picture of LA Knight? LA Knight. My guess is that that's probably an old image of Eli Drake. Hit row are coming down. Hit row. Hit row. Hit row. If you know, then you know. Hit row are coming down. Mofos. Eli Drake mustache. Hit rowy rowy. Hit row. Top dollar. They're attacking. They're attacking. I feel like that probably is thingy. Yeah, it's an old picture of LA Knight. Oh, okay. That's an old picture of LA Knight. But I think it's LA. You just can't see the whole face. Hero. B Fabulous came walking out, dragging a chair. She set it up in the entranceway, took a seat, and she started laughing as, oh no, what's happening? Kick to, oh, what's happening to Sarah Logan? Think her chesticles were coming out, to be honest. Think there was a bit of adjusting there that I just saw. Right, so hit rower here. Top dollar planting down one of the Legado del Fantasmas. So Viking Raiders versus Legado was interrupted by Hit Row. Don't forget about us. I don't think that's a great look for Sarah Logan. She's so, like, cool and everything. That's just being chucked around by B-Fab. Right, we're backstage with LA Knight. We might find out about this door. Here's LA Knight. Is there going to be like a spooky door that's closing? He's having a little look in the background as well. He's trying to open the door. Opens the door. There's Bray shirt with the logo. Gets lights go out. Lights out. It's going to be House of Black. Turns his phone on. Oh. Oh. Well, that didn't look like Alexa, did it? So he went into that room and it all went black. And when he turned around, it looked like Bray with that spooky mask on, whatever it's called. He's dead. He's dead, man. Dead man. Dead man. Dead man. Bray in the mask. Definitely Alexa. Defo Alexa. Defo Alexa. I'm just having a look at the replay here. Bang, bang, bang. Uncle Spooky. Uncle Spooky. Uncle Spooky struck. Oh, Spooky. Spooky, spooky. Hey, it looked cool. I'm not down on it. It looked cool. As soon as pictures go on Twitter, and you know they'll be going on certainly imminently. I could put my own on, but I'm lazy, aren't I? Lazy. Someone's put the whole segment up. LA Friday night backstage. Bray Wyatt grabbed shirt. That is most definitely Bray in that Uncle Howdy mask. Uncle Howdy. Trent said, I've sent you some on Twitter. Please. Please. I'll have a look. Do it. The door is closing. This is effed, but I thought this was Hitler. Okay. Someone saw a picture and thought it was Hitler. Bray Wyatt. Where's the flipping... Oh, there it is. There it is. Who do you think this is? Bray Wyatt? Bo Dallas? Or someone else? Bray Wyatt. I've got the image. I'm going to show you. Calm down, baby birds. Who are you? Who are you? Who? I really want to know. Roger Daltrey of The Who. Who are you? Who? Is that Bray? It feels like Bray, doesn't it? That feels like Bray to me. He's got a lovely size to him. Always got a lovely size. Clearly that's Greengrass. It's Rowan. It's Days. He had really blue eyes. It's Frank Sinatra. Oh, Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra. Love Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. And now the end is near. That could be playing in the background. So I face the final curtain. It's Jason Jordan. It is Jason Jordan. His son was there. Yay! Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan. Here you go, Dad. Here you go. I mean, doesn't he just see him at home anyway? Jason Jordan. Jason and Kurt reunion. Twitter is exploding with love juice. Dads are the best. Jason Jordan. There you go. Look at this. I'm just basically bringing you the show in picture form. There is Jason Jordan. That's Shinsuke Nakamura. That's Emma. That's Madcap Moss. That's Gable Steveson. That's Kurt Angle. And that's a table that's got snacks on. And that's a TV in the background. And those are some balloons. So that is the scene set for you. I know she isn't. And this is not anything to do with like her being overweight at all. Right? So do not get this twisted. Right? Because I do not need to be cancelled. But doesn't it look a little bit the way her jacket is? Looks like she's pregnant. I'm looking at Emma there and like I keep looking at it going, is she pregnant? But I think it's just, I can't tell if it's how she's standing. I think it's just her jacket. Again, nothing to do with her weight at all. I know how you lot work. I know how you lot work. Oh, can I cancel him? Can I cancel him? Calm down. Right, here is Imperium. Do you think that Dutch and Vincent will actually be joining Bray? I don't know. I don't think so, because the rumors are they're there to go to an NXT tryout. That's the reason why they're there. So I don't think so. Right. Next week, it is going to be... How long are we... Oh, we're nearly an hour into the show, you know. Gunther versus Ricochet. Contract sign. Oh, wow, it's a contract signing, isn't it? Jordan would have been a world champ if he didn't get injured. It looked like Bray's size, but way shorter. What? This one? You mean this one? Could be AJ Lee with padding. Could be Vince. Vince is swole. Right. It's a new day. Yes, it is. It's a new day. Oh, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. It's Uncle Harper. It was Huskus. Bo Dallas. Big E. That'd be a great way of bringing Big E back, wouldn't it? 6-man tag incoming, said Ellis Dub. I just got an email saying 30% off Breach Watch bundle. What's a Breach Watch bundle? Has that got something to do with Live Shop More? The hell's a Breach Watch bundle? Oh, it's just spam. I thought it was something to do with... The only bundles I know are the ones that are on Liv Morgan's website. We've been looking at them on the Wrestling Escape Pods. And it just popped up in the corner, get 30% off a Breach Watch bundle. I was like, is she sending me emails now trying to get me to buy flipping bundles? It wasn't. It wasn't. Right, they're talking about NXT Deadline. Yeah. 6-man tag incoming. Kofi is the Green Power Ranger. Kofi and Woods in Power Rangers tributes. The ankle lock clip was played in the locker room, which is the same one that was used in the Who Killed the World QR code, says Canadian Kids. James said Kofi and Woods in Power Ranger tributes. Go Power Rangers. Right. Talking about how there's always brawls at contract signings. And they say to Adam Pearce, have you ever even watched wrestling? They right. Do. Right. Ruth, go to bed. Well, haven't they left any spaces between go to bed? It looks like it says Gotto bed. Gotto bed. Ruth, Gotto bed. If I'm Ruth, I'm super confused. Ruth Gotto bed. Who's Ruth Gotto bed? Does anyone know Ruth Gotto bed? Who's Ruth Gotto bed? I'm going to beat you next week in the worst way possible. We respect this great sport. Professional wrestling. We are not performers. Yeah, I mean, how do you boo that? You can't boo that, can you? Did you guys say you have a problem performing? Got winky problems. Imperium can't perform. Imperium can't perform. Imperium can't perform. I think what we're doing is bullying, though, to be honest. Are we bullies? Are we the bad guys? Who do you think you are, says Gunther. Who do you think you are? Whoa, Gunther chucks the table out the ring. It's all going to kick off. I can't breathe. And there we go, guys. There's the big brawl. Guys, there's going to be a what? There's going to be a what? A 6-man tag match. A what? New Day in the ring. It's all happening. Oh my, I can't believe this. A 6-man tag. What? Yeah, no, yeah. Shocking. 6-man tag.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Right. A shocking 6-man tag that came out of nowhere. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't get my breath. This is a new concept. Oh, some things, Some things change and some things just stay the same. Is Ashley not accidentally allowed to spear... Hang on, what's this? Ashley's not allowed to accidentally spear someone. Who's Ashley? But old Scrap Daddy is okay with unsanctioned 6-man wrestling tag matches a week before SmackDown's main title match. Who's Ashley? Who's Ashley? Lashley. That makes more sense now. Gunther, bullying a table. He doesn't like MDF. Well, I don't think he likes anyone in AEW. Undercover Manager said, I'm still wondering why WWE trademarked Uncle Harper at the same time as Uncle Howdy. Does anyone know why that was yet? No, they haven't said. Mitchell said, did you just confirm that you are Santa Claus? Yeah. I'm not actually doing anything on Christmas Day. Well, I am actually. What day is Christmas Day? Sunday. I wonder what there is on the 24th. Because there won't be any UFC. Well, there's no UFC. I wonder what we're going to do on the 24th. 24th is a Saturday. What are we going to do on the 24th? I don't know, I don't know what we're doing. Well, I'll be off. Yeah, I might be Santa. Well, I won't be off. I'll definitely do something, but I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't. Bray segment was cool. Do you think we get more? I think we'll probably see a beaten up LA night. That's my guess. I get that they did the contract signing to try and give it a big match feel, said John, but I can't take Ricochet seriously, believing that it's that big of a match. I agree. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and hurt you. Tune. Dear Santa Days, I would like some Funko Pops. You don't need any, Sonny. You don't need any. You need to save your money, mate. You never know when you're going to need that. It's going to help you out. You don't need Funkos. That's it. Let's see what else. Let's see what else Sonny's asking for, and we'll tell her if she needs it or not. We'll help Sonny out with things she needs and things she definitely doesn't. Need Funko Pops? No. A few wrestling figures. Oh, you don't need them, mate. You don't need some wrestling figures. Honestly, it just gets out of control. You're better to just not collect that kind of stuff, so you don't need it. A laptop. Have that. Have a laptop. Save your money that you was going to spend on Funkos and on wrestling figures. Get a laptop. That feels like a worthwhile investment. That feels like it could help you with, I don't know, CVs, emails. Get that. Chocolate. You can have one bar. Some squish marshmallows. You can have one. And some Tim Hortons merch. Don't need it. You already give Tim Hortons enough of your money, mate. They should be giving you free merch. That's what they should be doing. Not making you flipping pay for it. So, no. We've sorted that out, mate. Sorted that. There's NFL games on the 24th. Yeah, but we don't do NFL. Do we? When is halftime scores? Now! CBF music. Thanks for reminding me. Halftime scores, everybody. It's the halftime scores. I really want to know your halftime scores. Put it in the chat. Halftime scores, everybody. It's the halftime scores. Are you happy? It's the halftime scores. Are you happy or you sad? Halftime scores, everybody. It's the halftime scores. I should get that recorded. If I got it recorded, I could just press play then. Just sit here like this. There'll be one time I will play that, and for some reason the sound won't play because I actually can't hear the sound. So I am literally sat here in silence, just dancing away. And one time I will think the sound's playing and it won't be playing. And it will be the most embarrassing moment in the history of this stream and in the history of this channel where I am literally like, woo! And there's no sound, no song, nothing at all. Because that's based, I don't hear it. I never hear it. I never hear that song. Little behind the scenes for you there. Justin says 8. Virus said 825. Hodgepodge fan says 5 because of the 6-man tag. Andy says 7. John said 7.1 live bundles out of 10. Dazed with his vaunted boom boom nipples. Double P in nipples. 5. I haven't got a bath, says Maggie. Okay, get one of them. Hayden said 725. Rachel says 8.5. Flybirds 5 says 7. You can't hear it, says John. No, because I found out ages ago that if I hear it, you hear it double. You hear an echo. I found that out on the Wrestling Escape Pods. What we used to do is play the clips that you would send in, and you would hear them and I would hear them. But if I hear them, they somehow double up. And so you hear like a slight echo. And it did that for so long. And it took me ages to figure out how to do it, change it. And it turned out that was the problem. So now I don't hear it. I don't hear it. If I did, you'd hear a slight echo on it and it'd be really annoying. More annoying than it is already. So I can't hear it. 8 says Legend. CBF said 8 out of 10. LA Knights. James said, oh my God, I just won a free code on Twitter for Ring of Honor Final Battle. James. I like that word, squishmallow. Yeah, what the hell's a squishmallow? Is that some sex thing? 10 out of 10 for Days is perfect singing. Thank you. Will you watch NXT Deadline and UFC 282? No. We can't do both, unfortunately, because UFC is a big show. And there's a lot of people that join us for UFC that wouldn't give a flippity-doo-dah about NXT. And also trying to watch both. Because the thing is, with UFC, the fights can end at any moment. So if I'm like looking at NXT and then look up and, oh, it's finished. Like, it ain't gonna work, isn't it? Gotta go UFC, unfortunately. Will you... Oh, I read that. Of course it's free. They need their help, said Justin. You're not streaming Portugal, Morocco? Yeah. Is it not up? Should be up. We're doing both games, and they should both be on the channel. But I'm guessing people will be more interested in England, France. But we are doing both tomorrow. Yeah, let's be clear about that. We are doing both. And I think both are on the channel right now, visible. Feel free to leave a like. Uncle Howdy is haunting my Alexa, said WWE Fan 1000. Only England, France is appearing. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting because both are on the channel. Let's have a little looky. I've got both. And I've got 2 people waiting, and there's 22 likes on it. And Joe says, come on, Portugal, in the chat there. So both should be showing. So I don't know. Right, we've got 6-man tag at the moment. We've got Ludwig Kaiser in there with Xavier. Sonny said squishmallows are stuffed animals that are soft and squishy. Oh, you don't need that. Sonny, stop trying to fill holes with things. You don't need figures. You don't need pop vinyls. You don't need squishmallows. Yeah. Trust me, because I've been here and I've been down this road. I've got flipping tons of DVDs, tons of CDs, tons of wrestling figures. And the conclusion I've reached is it never flipping ends. It never ends. So if you want to have a little collection of something, then that's fine. But you don't need a squishmallow. And you don't need figures. And you don't need pop vinyls. And you don't need all these things. Morocco, England, win tomorrow. Retribution says, I agree. Yes. Shout out to you, Retribution. Did you get anything on your toy hunt? I didn't. No, I didn't. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to really be very selective with figures now for what I just said. Like, I'm practicing what I preach. So, yeah, I'm trying to be very selective. So, no, I didn't. But if there was something, like, really special, then I might have got it. I sold almost all of my Funko Pop collection for just that reason. Yami said, my collection is worth 20,000, but I'll never get that much for them. I'll continue to buy more for no reason. Hear about the German Prince coup. Was that the 20-odd people that were arrested? I did hear about that. Day rock. New day rock. New day rock. Going underneath. Spin kick there by Kofi. Kick coming in. Against the ropes. How quick is Kingston? Kingston going up. Nope. Getting caught. Kick coming out. Strike there. Kingston on the outside. Uppercut. We're 15 minutes into this second hour. Imperium celebrating. Kingston in trouble. Do you think Bron Breakker will be in the Rumble match? They could use the odd person, but I don't know. I suppose Triple H is going to be in charge now, isn't he? I was going to say they haven't been using NXT too much, but Triple H is there now. I think he'll definitely want to use some. I don't know how many, but he'll definitely want to use some. What's your favourite WWE match of the year? I would say Seth and Cody from WrestleMania. I thought that match was absolutely brilliant. And not only the match, but also the return, like the way it was done, the build, the suspense. He was a mystery person, just the moment of him coming back. But then what I love as well is the fact that they put on a banging match. I mean, that match is so good. I think it's kind of a little forgotten about because the moment before with Cody coming back is so big. But not only that, they obviously have 2 more follow-up matches as well. But yeah, that first one I thought was brilliant. Something weird. I mean, like, here's Cody, not as Stardust, but as Cody from AEW, taking on Seth from WWE, and they have a banging match as well. So, yeah, I'd go that one. Cody returning. What other surprise do you think will happen in the Rumble match? AJ Lee. Nah, I don't think AJ Lee. I don't think the Punks have got a great relationship with WWE. So I don't think AJ Lee will. I don't know, I don't know who they'll get. It'd be great if they did get some women we don't normally see. I don't know who. I don't know what legends are out there that we don't normally use. I feel like they use a lot of women. I'd love Billie Kay. That's well documented, but it's not one that I think would excite the masses, but it would excite me. So I'd definitely be down for that. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like all the names that you could get, we've gotten. Is there anyone out there? I mean, like Bull Nakano you could get, but she looks so different to how she did. No one would know who the flip it was. Plus also, even if she looked exactly the same, there'd be a good chunk of people that didn't know who the flip it was. So I don't know that you can go that way. Been released. A lot of the people that have been released have gone to AEW anyway, haven't they? I don't know. Linda, Steph. Imagine Steph. If I sold each figure for $10, I would have a house, said Eric. I mean, a house is pretty good. Victoria, Nia Jax, Beth, could get Beth, Eva Marie. Punk did some Instagram posts with Danhausen, and there was an emoji of him with a jacket of AEW. If people think he's done with AEW, says Valerian. WWE fan 1000 said maybe, just maybe, Carlito will enter the Rumble. Ultimate Activities dude said Wyatt 6 reveal soon. Don't know. I mean, at the moment, I feel like there are other people being used. I think it's Bo. I feel very confident. I've always thought the person in the owl mask was Bo. Obviously, there was question marks around who is Uncle Howdy, but I do feel like the very first time we saw Uncle Howdy when he went, Howdy, I do feel like the first time we saw that, I don't feel like that was the same mask and the same setup as the one we see now. Because the one we see now, I felt all along has been Bray. Shot coming in there by Ricochet. So yeah, it feels like the guy in the mask backstage, that feels like it's Bray to me. The one in the mask, revel in what you are. I'm guessing that's Bray. The person in the owl mask, I'm thinking that's Bo. And honestly, Dutch and Vincent, I mean, they've been down in NXT and I don't know. It's interesting because it shows they're with WWE, but are they with WWE to join Bray, or are they with WWE because they're going to be joining NXT? Don't know. We are underway with Ricochet and Gunther. Where's everyone else? Are they all on the outside? New Day are just on the outside chilling. You can see their heads just watching the action. Why are they just sat on the outside? Oh, they're starting to move now. You can see them. You can see them talking down on the floor. What are they doing? Should we help Ricochet? Should we help him? Yeah, we probably should. What are they doing? Do they know that we can see them? Xavier has decided to get up to try and make the tag now. Tag. In comes Xavier. In comes Ludwig Klein. I saw some rumors of Sasha to New Japan. Are they true? Yeah, well, they're believed to be true. It's believed that she is going to play some part of Wrestle Kingdom. Fabulous Moolah confirmed for the Rumble. If you was head of WWE, what would you do? So, what wouldn't I do? I would make the shows good. That's what I would do. I wouldn't give you pointless matches. Or matches that you just don't care about. Ricochet up with a head scissor takedown. Kenny Omega in the Rumble would be epic. That person wasn't Bray, it's Bo. Recent pictures of him indicated that Bo beefed up in muscle. You can tell by the skin tone under the mask that it is Bo. What do you mean? The skin tone under the mask? How is that different to Bray's skin tone? I mean, Bray's not African American or something, is he? I mean, what do you mean? Ricochet gets the pin. Eric Redbeard could be the one of the masks or here in AEW. Do you think they could get Ember Moon just for the Rumble? No. No. Bo is more tanned than Bray. I don't know, dude. I'm not. I mean, maybe I'd have to watch it again, but looking at that, I can't say that I'm looking at that and seeing... I mean, look at the size of the body. I mean, it's huge. I'm really leaning with Bray on that. Mitchell said Bray had the reverse Michael Jackson disease. Right, it's a win for New Day and Ricochet. I'll have a look at it. I'll obviously rewatch the segment again, but I've got to say, my first reaction is that it's Bray. And my action right now is that it's Bray. Here's Alpha Academy. Why can't we see Jason? Are we going to see Jason Jordan and Chad Gable? That would be fun. Here's Street Profits. Street Profits going to try and get into this VIP area. Okay, they've got into the VIP area. New Day and Ricochet beats Imperium. Okay, so Alpha Academy and Street Profits. Enter Kurt Angle. Birthday celebration. Is that Dutch or Vincent in the doorway? That was Nakamura, wasn't it? Bray was in the door. See, I thought Nakamura was in the door. Can't even make notes. I thought we were done with the Bray stuff. Let's have a look, see what Twitter's saying. Stand into your fire. I saw what I thought was Nakamura. I thought that was Nakamura, you know. Spotted. Yeah, I did notice that, but I thought it was Nakamura. There we go. Bray was probably talking to himself, is my guess. Remember, we've seen him backstage talking to someone, and now here he is, like, talking to someone again. I feel like it might be someone I feel like it might be himself. That's interesting. Interesting. I'm sure that Bray was in the doorway. He was. Well spotted. I honestly thought I saw it and I was like, I dismissed it as Nakamura. Okay. Wyatt attacking Angle again. I don't think so. I think it's probably more just him talking to someone in the background. I think it's probably that. And also, like, maybe it's a way of him denying that he attacked. Well, it couldn't have been me. I was at Kurt Angle's birthday thing. Dutch had a great interview with WrestleBuzz. You can find it on WrestleBuzz. Dutch hints that we will be seeing him, says Supersonic Onyx. When is Bray having a match? Don't know. Bellator's final card of the year is live right now. Gable Steveson could play one of Bray's new puppets, considering how wooden he was earlier when talking to Braun, said Robs. There was someone with a headset on, not Bray, just looking back and paused it. There's someone with a headset on, not Bray. When's this? The doorway, that's... Oh, wow, look at that. I didn't even know I had that image. Look, there was Bray. I didn't know he had this. There was Bray talking to himself a few weeks ago. And then there's Bray again, seemingly talking. Well, we believe that was to himself. You can't quite see, but I believe it was himself. And now I'm guessing, is this the same? Or are you telling me there was actually someone there this time? Oh, God. You always have to look in the backgrounds, don't you? Whoa. Hey. You know the tribal chiefs come in. Might be a good idea to trim the hair, trim the beards. It's going to be a real big night for you. He said next week will be a real big night for you. So you might want to just trim your beard and trim your hair. Could be a big week for you next week, Samuel Uso. Maybe we find out who Wyatt has been arguing with in 2024. Triple H seems to be on a crusade to prove people wrong that WWE doesn't know how to do long-term storytelling. Sonny says, trim the beards. No, keep the beards. Sammy Uso is going to be trimming. What's your favorite UFC pay-per-view? Well, 200 has got a soft spot because that was pretty cool. And it was pretty stacked. So do like 200. I also think the first Fight Island card was quite special as well. Because there was so much hype around that. And obviously we like being in lockdown and didn't quite know what they were doing and everything. So I can't remember the number of that one though. It's like 258 or something. So those are the ones that come to mind first of all. Hang on, we've got Carrion backstage with Ray. I saw the situation. I saw the falling out. It's heartbreaking. You demonstrated restraint. And now this happens. Did you know Scarlett's from Romania? I didn't know she was from Romania. She's just telling a story about a horse. It was useless. It's a good promo. He's talking about putting an animal out of its misery. And I think he's talking about Ray. He's talking about a horse. But I think he's also talking about Ray. That's deep. That is deep. Or maybe he's just talking about the horse. I don't know. It might have just been a story. Here is Liv Morgan. Watch me. Liv. Be careful, Ray. I bet all the horses that were watching tonight just suddenly got freaked out. Dun, 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 dun. Faster, stronger, shinier. From the Welsh valleys. Wonder how Liv fans feel about this. In all honesty, I am lucky to be here. I tore my ACL. I tore it again. Okay. I never gave up and I kept fighting. I've known Liv from the first day at the PC. Okay, so she is back. Coming up next. Hollywood Guy said, I like the new Asuka. It's going to be great. Now Triple H needs to book her solid. Kana should have an undefeated streak. It's about time. I'll wait until I see it on the show. I don't know that this is going to be a new Asuka. I wouldn't believe anything until you actually see it. So she's teasing that she is fed up and that she could be turning, but I don't know that that's what we're going to get. It would be good if it did go that way. I'm definitely down for it. Do an update on Barry Windham. Thank you to all that have reached out, prayed, contributed, and sent well wishes. I want to give an update. I'm grateful to say he's stabilized. Oh, that's great. That's great. Talking and able to stand. Thanks, everyone. There absolutely is power in prayer. That's really great. I've retweeted that, James. Retweet. Tweety tweet. But hey, Cena is back. I'm gonna try and get tickets. Wyndham Hurt. No, Wyndham. Barry Wyndham. Any storyline to get fans' mind off easy money, said JB. What if the masked person isn't Bo? What if it's Eric Young? What if it's Bray Wyatt? I'm really thinking it's Bray. I just don't... Look at the size. Look at the size of the shoulders. Like, that is... I mean, it just really looks like Bray to me. It really looks like Bray. I'm thinking that those are contacts. Thinking those are contacts in his eyes. So I don't know that you can like use those as a guide because we've seen like red eyes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm guessing that's contacts. But like that, those shoulders look big. Yeah, I'm really thinking Bray. What if it's Patrice Evra? I've got blue eyes. I'm under the mask. Black background could cover pads under a black shirt, says Helicards. Yeah, but is it not just Bray? I understand what you're saying, and it's fun to think outside the box, but why do we need to do that when it looks like it's Bray? And it looks like the same size? Don't know. There's nothing there for me to look at, and I will rewatch the segment. I will rewatch it, and obviously it'll be interesting to see if people spot anything. You know, and we've already heard like the skin tone being questioned and things like that. But to me, I look at that and I just think it's Bray. Like the size looks like Bray. It just looks like Bray. People are going a bit deep. We need to stop over theorizing. Lacey Evans is here. Do you understand? Most people choose comfort. Other people choose Lenore. This training would break them. Or crawl back to the safety of their couch. You welcome the pain. I've seen so many different reincarnations of Lacey Evans. It's hard to like really get that into it, you know? Is this our main event? Is this the main event? We've only got 20 minutes left. Down by reputation. Many revelation. Lacey is back. Brackets, sarcasm, said Hollywood guy. Do you think we get Zelina Vega versus Elektra Lopez? Maybe in the future, but I don't think anytime soon. The sassy southern G.I. Jane. My dad ran away when I was young. I haven't found him yet. Daddy, is that you? Who are you talking about? That was Lacey Evans? No, it's Lacey Evans. It's obviously Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo! He's claiming it anyway. He's definitely claiming it. It might be the whole Brazilian team because they're not at the World Cup. Twas I under the mask, says Dan. Stone said, seriously, are we putting Tegan in a match against unsafe Ronda? No, we're putting her in against Ronda Rousey. Did Tegan get into a fight with a snow cone maker? She has got pretty wild hair, hasn't she? In all fairness, they've got someone that's got green hair. They've got someone that's blue hair. They've got someone that's like all these different colours. But they haven't got someone that's purple and yellow and whatever else she's got in there. Arm drags Tegan up, trying to hurl Shayna into the corner. Eric said, why does Lacey wear makeup in basic training? Listen, you never know when you're going to be captured and you might need to do like a sexy hostage video. I don't know. Because she wants to look fabulous all the time and put in the extra work. Mitchell said, we're acknowledging that Jason Jordan is Kurt's son, but we're not acknowledging Lacey being pregnant with Ric Flair's baby. Gotta love WWE's storytelling. I think, didn't they come out, though, and say that it wasn't Ric Flair? I'm pretty sure that he came out and did a segment where he said it wasn't him. They definitely hinted at it, and then I think there was a bit of a backlash, and then I think they hit the reverse quite quickly. Ronda has got a ankle lock on. Hollywood guy said, it's Argentina for me since I'm from South America. There's your filthy tonight. Filthy. I don't think this match is going to be long because we'll be running out of time, said Courtney. Tomorrow is a busy day. 2 World Cup games, UFC and NXT Take Deadline. Take Deadline. So I used to saying takedown. Takeover. It's not takedown, I'm just making that up. I'm so used to saying a word I don't ever say. Tegan looks like Jesse Ventura did her hair. Ronda has a blue tongue. She does. She just did a little bit of a to live. Are we ending the show with more Bray and LA Knight? Yeah. Austin said, my favourite storyline is when me and Daze got married. That was a dream. That wasn't a storyline. It was a dream for you, and it was a nightmare for me. Your typing says Ronda and Shotzi. Oh, it's Ronda and someone in it. Who cares? Who cares? What is this match? They're lucky I got 3 of the 4. I didn't even manage to get Liv and Tegan, did I? I put a star instead. Here's Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez making her way down. Did you see what she did to Shotzi? Let me at her. Let me at her. Oh, I oughta. Lots of arguing. Liv drops down. Tegan. Shiny Wizards. Oh, what's she doing that for? She's hobbling. Already Tegan's hobbling. What has she done now? Look, she's hobbled over. Oh, Tegan. Swear that girl is made of glass. Ronda Rousey. Look, she's holding her ankle. Ooh. Right. I got this. Oh, yeah, this is our main event. It's true. Right. Liv and Tegan win. And Kurt thing next. I must admit, him saying, nah, I'm all right. I don't need you. I got this. That does make you go, oh, he's getting attacked, isn't he? He's going to the ring alone. Something's going to happen. LS Dub disappeared fast. Ronda drink Ributzin tonight. What the hell's that? Ributzin. Why Hunter putting so many boring females in matches? To be honest, it's not the females. It's just matches that don't mean anything. That didn't matter if it was Liv and Tegan or if it was Ronda and Sonya. It didn't matter. Like, just like it didn't matter between who won between New Day, Ricochet, Gunther, and Imperium. That didn't matter either. There's been a lot of matches that just really didn't have anything really going for them tonight. Either Bray attacks or Gable attacks. Please don't let Tegan be injured again. Right. Let's see how this goes. What the flip are we getting in this then? I haven't been sold on Bray attacking Kurt. I really haven't been sold on it. So if we are about to get that, then well done to those that called it, because I wasn't sold on it. It does matter. It sets up a match against Damage Control. It's not super important, but it does mean something. What sets up a match against Damage Control? What sets up a match against Damage Control? Was the winners of that? Did the winners of that go on to fight for the tag titles? Is that what that was? Because I didn't even catch if that's what that was. LA Knight is on the back of a milk carton. I hate those accusations. Supernatural, that is insulting. I can't believe you, says LS Dub. Just block him, LS Dub. If he's giving you grief, just block him. That's what Cole said. It would put them in prime position. Listen. So it's momentum. Whoever wins this is going to be like in the running type situation. It means nothing, does it? That's like trying to put a little something onto the match. That's trying to find some angle to make it feel like it's something. Unless it was like actually announced before the match that this is a number one contenders match. That to me is just them trying to make a nothing match seem like it's something. Eggnog rules. We've got an eggrog conversation right now. Dej, you should be blocked. Shut up. How long have we got left? We've got 10 minutes. What is going to happen in this segment? What happens now? What happens now? I want a good juicy ending. Give me something juicy. What is going to happen now? WWE couldn't build anything even if they had a ton of Lego. I'd like some Lego. It's expensive, you know. Gable is going to attack, says Triton. Yeah, I've never gone with the Bray thing, but there is a distinct possibility that it could go that way because this is the main event. And are we just going to celebrate his birthday and that's it? Because I must admit, we did have DX come out and we did just celebrate 25 years and that was it. Damage Control, Liv Morgan, Tegan Nox. So they have made the match for next week, in all fairness. Triple threat tag team match next week. Hit Row, Legado del Fantasma, and Viking Raiders. Next week as well. And here's Kurt. Right, here's Kurt. What do we get for this juicy ending? This is my favorite wrestling podcast. What happened to LA Knight? He got beated up. You suck, chance. 9 minutes to go. This will set up Gable's first match, says Francesco. Purple hair dye at Shoppers. Is it? You suck chance. You suck chance. We got lots of balloons. People are thinking Gable. Do you know what? Let's do a poll, shall we? Let's do a poll. Gable. Right. Who attacks Kurt? Oh. Already we've got Alpha Academy coming out. Is this going to set up Kurt? No, he's done, isn't he? Kurt and Gable Steveson against Alpha Academy. We wore our formal wear tonight. Do you know how hard it is to get a tie around someone with no neck? You didn't want Chad Gable coming into your house and outshining you. So we got a massive cake. I mean, someone's going through that, or someone's going through it or coming out of it. Chad tells Kurt he sucks. Shush, shush, please. Okay, so Alpha Academy in the ring. We got 6 minutes left to go. You've got no integrity. You're going to get the hell out of our ring. Oh, this is going to eat your birthday cake. Chad Gable coming down. It's got to. Gable Steveson, I mean. I think there's eat the cake chance. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. Is Bray in that promo? This promo now? No. He says, yeah, you might just, if you don't, you might just end up with another broken freaking neck. Kurt's jumping out the ring. Okay, so Alpha Academy are eating his cake. I'll tell you what. He says, if you're going to eat that cake, you're going to need a lot of milk. There's a milk truck coming out. Get out the ring. Let's get out the ring. Gable Steveson with the milk truck. I mean, if I was Alpha Academy, I would have got out the ring by now. I mean, we've seen this before, haven't we? So get out the ring. Get out the ring. Get out there, go in the crowd. We see people go in the crowd all the time. He won't spray the crowds. They're throwing milk bottles. This is awesome. Milk spray time. Well, it's utterly ridiculous, says oh, there's the hose. I wondered where the hose was. There it is. The hose. And Kurt spraying Alpha Academy with the hose. The hose is here. The spray. This is softcore adult movie, said Unbroken. Okay, well, the Alpha Academy have gone down. The Academy of Cowards. This was an utter failure. Oh, my God. Stop. Stop, Michael, go. This is legendary. What did he say? Friday Night Meltdown. Okay. Right, well, it ends with, I mean, I know it doesn't matter, right? I know it doesn't matter. But what was he going to do with the truck? Like, why was the truck there? What was the original plan with the truck? Because he didn't know that he was going to be interrupted. So what was he going to do with the truck? This is milk porn. It's Milk O-Mania. Yeah, no, but we've already had it. I've seen it. I saw it in 2001. I don't know, man. That didn't do it for me. That didn't do it for me because I think we've just done something that we've done before. I suppose it's a nice nostalgia pop, but I do look at it and think, well, you had about half an hour to get out the ring. Why didn't you get out the ring? What was we doing with the truck? I mean, with those kind of moments, you just have to turn your brain off, don't you? With those kind of moments, you just have to go, yeah, cool. Kids will love it. It'll play well on social media. Fine. Right, let's have a look at the answer to the question, shall we? So, guys, who attacks Kurt? Gable, 44%. Someone else, 32%. And Bray, 23%. Turned out, there's pretty much no one, to be honest. It was Alpha Academy, if that kind of counts. Let's go. Let's just do a quick poll. What do you score SmackDown? What do you score SmackDown? 8 to 10. 7 to 7, 7, 5. 6 to 6, 7, 5. 5, 7, 5 or below. We'll stick around for a couple of minutes. What happened to LA Knight? Well, we don't know, but my guess is he probably got attacked. It was a callback to when Kurt milked Austin. They didn't give us enough Bray. I scored SmackDown a spoiled milk, said Michael. 6, said James. The ending did bring it down a little for me, says Mitchell. Is Gable Steveson going to debut or just be a Kurt accessory? Well, I mean, I'm sure he will arrive and make his proper debut, but I mean, I don't know, this wasn't it. I mean, we've seen him at WrestleMania. I don't know if we see him again next week. I don't know if he's now here now or if it's a case of just, waiting and seeing. I'm guessing that we probably won't see him again until a bit closer to the Rumble, is my guess. Carmen Live said, I can't go to the Allstate Arena, but I can go in February or February 26th. I give this show an 8. I hope Chad dunks Oreos in that milk. Jim said the Bray scene was a bit weird. It cut to a break just as it was about to kick off. Yes. 8, it's a funny Kurt Angle moment, says Matthew. Main event sucked. It was easy money. Roman, part-time champ with long WWE story. Fans not boo Roman, says J-Boy. A waste of milk, said Mitchell. They milked that segment, said Smurfy. 6 udders out of 10 Viagras. Mike said the ending was horrible. Pratik said I didn't like SmackDown. What are they doing? Milking Roman. Yeah, I feel like that definitely divided opinion. I think it will have appealed to some people, and I think that it was wider the mark for others, to be honest. So, yeah, each to their own. The ending was sick but needed longer. Maybe finishes used, but show was an 8. J.M. Beer said 7 out of 10. It was a poor ending. I was expecting Bray. Sonny said Inglar and UFC tomorrow. Yes. I'm going to be at the Chicago show, and they better bring a beer truck. Yes. I was expecting a Bray payoff, says Jake. I've seen better places to get milk. The show was worse than drinking spoiled milk, said Nivek. Mitchell said, I'm rooting for England. Shout out to you, buds. Shout out to Mitchell. People say, to breast milk. Yet when they do think, where do they think cow's milk comes from? Cows. Right, we've at 188. Can we get to 200? 200 votes and we'll shut that poll down. 200 votes, we'll shut it down. Get in, we're at 188. Still on 188. Still on 188. Still on 188. Still on 188. 190. God, that took a while. We're at 190. That was a dairy cheesy ending, said Robs. Time to move on. Nice. Nice. It was goat milk. That ending made me lactose intolerant. Right, well. Let's have a look, see what you scored it. So 7 to 775, 34%, 28% 8 to 10, 25% 6 to 675, and 12% 575 or below. Right, I'm going to go off and just rewatch some of those Bray segments and see what was going down during Smackdown. So I'm going to go back and watch some of those. Shout out to everyone that joined us. I don't think this was the strongest episode, to be honest. Felt a little bit fillery to me, this did. Really did feel a bit fillery. Some all right Bray stuff, though. Some all right Bray stuff. I mean, we got to see more of that person in the mask, and a spoiler. I really think that's Bray, but I'll have a rewatch. I'll see what people are saying, and we'll see. Awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.